So medical training is supposed to equip physicians with the knowledge and competence to be able to treat, diagnose, and prevent illness. But physicians are not just technicians, and thus should nurture the moral development of medical students. But what happens during medical education? The news is not great. There are signs that empathy, moral sensitivity, and moral reasoning all decline as one progresses through medical education. There's great symptomology of burnout and moral distress. Well, what can we do to support the ethical development of aspiring physicians? What can we do instead? When we started this program back in 2017, we would have about 25 people. We grew and grew the program. Now we're selecting cohorts of about 40. They participate in an 8-month curriculum that includes 11 to 12 kind of formal group meetings that really explore in detail the application of an Aristotelian framework of virtue in the practice of medicine. So some topics might include practical wisdom in the context of shared decision making, how courage, honesty, and compassion may contribute to having difficult conversations, and maintaining trust. Second, we have dinner discussions, which center on experiences shared by a practicing physician that involve a challenge or set of challenges the physician faces in their practice or perhaps just in a life in medicine generally, and they engage participants in dialogue about how that challenge can be navigated well or badly, and the ways the physician tries to practices they try to develop or things they try to do to navigate it better and better in their own lives. The basic idea I want you to take away is that virtues of character, things like compassion, honesty, fairness, courage, and practical wisdom are interdependent. Again, practical wisdom is ethical. It helps us realize moral ends. Hence, our focus on developing phronesis through discussion of how to implement various virtues of character in medical practice. The SEM group improved significantly, whereas the control group declined from pre to post test. We gave them a measure of epistemic humility developed by the center here. So the SEM group increased very little. However, the control group declined significantly from pre to post test. But the program isn't just focused on wisdom, so we wanted to look at something else besides just their scores on wisdom. So in the next couple years, we started collecting data on some other virtues as well. So what we saw is the SEM group remained pretty much flat throughout the year. The control group declined, not significantly in itself, but at post-test we saw a significant difference between the two groups. And then similarly for compassion. This is the interpersonal reactivity index. And then lastly, two more, a measure of purpose and well-being. And I would say the general trend you see in these graphs of the SEM group tending to increase or stay flat and the control groups tending to decrease was pretty common across almost all the measures we collected. Okay, key takeaways, key points. What I want us to remember. One, wisdom and virtue can be intentionally cultivated. Second, students welcome these opportunities. What we've seen is that they're happy for such opportunities. And third, data point to the program's positive impact on issues that are relevant to the moral development of medical trainees. Navigating dilemmas, maintaining compassion or empathy, and symptomology of burnout. I think this is a program that can be feasibly adapted to other institutions that other people can adopt. The speakers are largely not experts in wisdom or character. You don't need to be an expert in wisdom or character. You definitely don't need to hire a philosopher to be able to do this. You don't need a bunch of character educators to be able to do this work.